Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what should everyone try at least once in their life? Serious. Attention. Serious, tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted in any comment, parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing a NOMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Go somewhere with no light pollution, on a clear night, and look at the stars. One of my favorite things to do while I was in the Navy was go out on deck while we were in the middle of the ocean at night and look at the stars. Lean on the rail, listen to the waves against the side of the ship and look at the stars. Very, very peaceful. Edit, didn't expect this to blow up like it did. And thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Surfaced in the middle of the night. Go up to the con to smoke a cigar with the OOD and relax after a stress-filled initial sea trial. As I light up, I see bioluminescent plankton surrounding us and our wake. A vibrant green glow. I almost relisted that day. Someone posted this in a similar thread, and I made a note of saving it so I could check it out someday. https://darksitefinder.com/map. This website is a map that shows you some of the best places to go without light pollution. Enjoy. Edit. This is blowing up a bit, and I saw the last time this happened, we crashed their site with the all Reddit hug, so if possible, please set a reminder so we can hopefully prevent that from happening again. Another site succumbs to the Reddit hug of death. Exploring different places around your neighborhood on your own. You never realize what you can find until you try. Then bring someone along with you next time and show them. I did this once as a teen. Just took my dog out for a walk to a part of the neighborhood I didn't usually go to. We found a little path behind the last street, which led to a cute creek, which led to an idyllic bend where there was a beautiful huge cottonwood tree and the grass so soft all around it. Ended up taking the dog there for picnics every weekend. Wow, what a spectacular find. Sounds like the prerequisites include a nicer neighborhood. Trying that around here you'll get mugged. That is true. Not all neighborhoods are safe to wander alone. Go do a discovery flight, and log the time. General aviation pilot here. You probably have 2 to 3 flight schools within 30 miles of your house. They will have something called a discovery flight. You sit left seat where the pilot in command normally sits, and it's usually somewhere around $70 for a 45-minute flight. The instructor will handle the takeoff and landing, and when you get up there, he will give you some headings to fly, maybe an altitude or 2 to hit, and then take you back to the airport. You get an incredible view of your area, you get to fly a plane, and if you buy a pilot logbook, $10 on Amazon or at the flight school, you can have the instructor sign it and have actual time logged while flying a plane, which you can then use towards your license if you ever pursue it. Even if you have zero desire to actually become a pilot, it's an awesome experience. Gift certificates for discovery flights are my go-to for Christmas/birthday presents for people that I really like, but don't know what to buy. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for my first, second, and third plat. For those commenting on the price, your mileage may vary when it comes to that, but in general, discovery flights are operated at a loss. For example, at my flight school, C172 times $130 wet, fuel included, per hour, and instruction is like $55/hour. So $185/hour to fly. But discovery flights are less than half that. Taking a bit of a loss on the discovery allows them to possibly hook a student pilot who may burn $7,000 minus 11 Kelvin in a 6-month period to become a pilot, so it's usually worth it for them. Some places may be more, but if you're in an area where they are very expensive, there's also likely multiple options and one probably far less than the rest. You likely have some places with a few Cirrus and a Piper, and another place with a Cessna 172 and a 152 or something. I'll add to this. Even if you get motion sick in small planes, I do, and it sucks, you won't if you're actually flying. It's kinda cool. Yep. I get lotion sick, and I'm also terrified of flying commercially. Hell, I get scared on a tall ladder. I have zero issues flying AC 172. Edit, I'm leaving lotion sick. Look someone dead in the eyes and say exactly what you think about them. See how it turns out. My wife and I were visiting a friend. He's a great guy, but he had this long, bad comb over. He walked down to the road for the mail, and we were discussing the comb over with his brother. As he walked up, I looked at him and said, "Dude, I have to say something. You're bald. Your comb over isn't fooling anyone. You should just cut that thing off and be a decent-looking bald guy, because the comb over isn't working." The next time we saw him it was gone, his long beard was cut shorter, and he was losing weight. It was true. He did look a lot better. Glad he took it so well with a clear mind. I think I'm facing the same issue, only I don't know if I'd actually listen to the advice, as it's one of the things I'm insecure about. Kinda an umbrella, but learn a post-apocalypse skill. That's what I call them in my head. Mine was blacksmithing. I took a blacksmithing course over the summer, and learned a staggering amount about what it takes to take raw materials and turn them into useful tools. I have a background in geology, and metallurgy has always interested me, so it made sense. Seriously, find something low or no tech that makes you feel accomplished. Woodworking. Smithing. Animal husbandry. Archery. Soap making. Beekeeping. Hell, grow some corn. Something to remind you where we've been as a species. I absolutely love this one. I was a Boy Scout for 8 years, and part of what I loved about it so much was the diverse amount of skills I was able to learn. One thing I would still love to learn is blacksmithing, it sounds so fun. Learn a foreign language. It improves the way you think in your own native language and makes you a more dynamic person. I'm a linguistic pattern analyst, certified fluent in 5, and I can say this is legitimately some of the best advice. You will learn so much about a culture from their colloquial dialects and national languages. In prison I knew a white supremacist, big skinhead guy named Kenny. For fun I taught him Spanish, a little each day. We did that every day for about a year together, and by the end of it he could converse with the Mexican nationals and he began to empathize with them. Caused him to see things differently, to recognize them as human beings, just through being able to actually communicate with them. It's surprising how much people have to say, once they truly can communicate. Language is such a beautiful thing, rife with its own rich history, culture and flair. I don't know who I would be if I had never found my love for language. You were in prison. Traveling to another country. It's really great to experience a different culture. And staying at a resort in Cancun is not experiencing another culture. Didn't Sandals have an advert for Jamaica that actually said something like you won't even know you're in Jamaica? Like, what the hell's the point in going then? Doing something kind for a stranger, they may remember it for a lifetime. I think that's an important thing, but I think the most important thing is you can keep that memory to yourself and you can remember for a lifetime. Visit a national park. They're amazing. Enjoy your country's nature, wherever that may be, you know. State parks too. Edit, holy crap, for a comment that I quickly posted in passing before work this morning. This sure took off, thanks for the silver, and glad to see all the national park /monument/forest love. Then get upset at how much people are slobs and assholes. We went to Yellowstone a few years ago, was curious about when the most recent death/asshole act had happened. Turned out we visited only a week or so after a dude slipped into pool trying to see if it was an okay temperature to bathe in. Park service was delayed, due to weather I think, and ended up never recovering his body because there was nothing left to recover. I guess my point is, it's astounding how frequently assholes visit parks and end up at best damaging irreplaceable natural features, or at worst getting themselves killed because they think they are above rules, and overall needlessly traumatizing the caretakers of said parks. And to the other poster saying this is limited to America, check out the news articles on, say, Uluru, the mermaid pools in *Matapori, NZ, recent examples off the top of my head, or in general, search, international sites that have been closed due to tourists. Edit to add, one of the few national parks that either eyes may be largely exempt from this is Great Sand Dunes. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to be an asshole there, but seeing as its entire deal is that you're allowed to just fuck off and crawl all around the dunes makes it hard for me to come up with a scenario where guests are ruining the sight. Go watch a movie in a theater by yourself. When you have people with you, even if you both are perfectly quiet and never talk to each other once, there is still a sort of unspoken social obligation between you. Going by yourself is strangely liberating and really aids in enjoyment of the film and experience, in my opinion. Edit, for the record, I'm not bashing going with friends. I love doing that too. I think you can get enjoyment out of either experience. It just boils down to what you as a person want from an evening at the movies. In my late 2020s I started going to afternoon movies by myself because I worked nights. I loved the mostly empty theaters and the experience of being totally immersed into a film. I watched Dunkirk in IMAX alone. It was the best movie-going experience I've ever had.